I'd also like to propose a bet to Mason. If I win our matchup this week, you shave your head bald. If you win our matchup this week, I cannot cut my hair for a month.
The stakes aren't high enough. If and when I beat you, you would have to go all the way up to the 2026 Flock League draft without a haircut. Let me know if you're interested in the bet, and we can finalize the details.
As you can see, I have just woken up, and I see that Mason has a counteroffer for our bet. Now, for the context, I have a 77% chance to win. Josh Allen got 10 points, Nico Collins got 8, and Mason's kicker got 7 on Thursday Night Football, and none of my team has played just yet. I mean, basically, Mason needs probably injuries to 1 to 2 of my players and his players to go off. Like, he's expected to lose by 50 points right now. So he has upped the offer now that I can't get a haircut for 9 months until the draft. I mean, a couple of things. I don't even know what I would look like. Like, I might actually transform. I might become a way better looking person. I don't even know. 2, I would literally put my barber not only out of business, but he would be homeless. I am almost positive, not even joking, that I'm paying my barber's rent, groceries, electric. Like, I would literally ruin the family of my barber. So the stakes are obviously extremely high if I was to accept this deal. I don't want to accept that deal. I don't, even given how big of a chance I have to win right now. You know, fantasy football is crazy. This could be the week Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey go down. Mason is a black magic magician. But I would be more interested in accepting this deal if we up the stakes on Mason's side. If I lose, I can't cut my hair to the draft. I mean, that's crazy. But if Mason loses, he has to shave his head. Every morning starts with a clear shave over, so he remains bald until the draft. And I know that that's very risky for Mason, somebody who's already losing those hairs, and who knows how long he has them. So maybe this is a good audition, you know, to seeing what life will be like in your mid-30s when you probably are bald. So let me know if that sounds interesting, and then we can get into finalizing the details. If I lose, can't shave my head or get a haircut at all until the draft. If you lose, you remain bald, 100% clean shaving, zero guard bald until the draft.
All right, we have a problem in this league. Okay, and that is everybody is too scared of me to make this entertaining anymore. Now, I get it. I'm 6-0 in bets. I get it. I've won more games in this league than anybody else over the past 2 years, and it's not even remotely close. Like, yeah, if I were them, I'd be scared too. But for last week, Danny backing out of a bet going into that Monday night game, where he has his 2 favorite players in the world about to play with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, and he's not willing to sign up to do a freaking TikTok dance. Danny, why the hell do you think CeeDee Lamb dropped that pass? Maybe he saw going into that game that his coach, you, did not believe in him. Why do you think my defense showed up? Because they know that I have full faith. And now, without Josh Jacobs, without Jalen Waddle, with Josh Allen, Nico Collins, and my kicker combining for like 10 points, Sal, the team that has won 10 games in a row, that's not missing a single player this week, is still not willing to make a bet with me? I'll show you the reaction of my fiance when I told her that I may have to shave my head. Well, I already made the bet and it looks like I'm going to lose. Okay, well, come tell that to YouTube.
Film Miley.
I'm filming Miley.
Okay, YouTube, I'm too shallow. He can't shave his head. No, I'm saying no. He can do something equally as bad that's not that. His hair is going to stay on his head.
But they're already saying I'm balding.
You're not balding, but you will bald if you cut all your hair off.
It's not done yet. I have a 24% chance to win.
Okay, well, if you lose, I don't care. You're not doing it.
She said she would leave me. Word for word, she would leave me. I'm willing to take that risk because I believe in my guys. All right. And on the other end of the field, Sal, with this kind of lead, with this kind of team, with this kind of win streak, is not willing to accept my wager. Brother, it's the world's worst secret. Yes, I'm going bald. If I shave this, it may never come back. And I'm willing to put that out for the viewers. And sadly, Sal's not showing up for him.
Yeah, I already accepted your deal, Mason. You lose, you're bald for 9 months. I lose, I can't get a haircut for 9 months. So I don't know what we're talking about. Sign the contract, you lose, 9 months, every day starts with a zero guard to the head. What are we talking about here? I already said my terms.
All this talk about bets. You know what? I'll get in on this action as well. don't care about my matchup, honestly. But I do care about the Mason and Sal matchup now because I feel like I could have something to play for here. Why don't I just get in on the action as well? It's very simple. Mason, if you lose, you got to shave your head. We'll stick to that. Whatever Sal already agreed to. But on top of what Sal's agreeing to you, I will also shave my head. No reason to say no now.
Well, it is Sunday morning and I have not gotten an answer, a response, anything yet from Mason on both of my offers. All he's done is try to go back to his offer, and I know what he's going to do. He's going to scream out of this one. He's going to say there was an offer on the table and Sal didn't accept it. So in order to make that not be the case, I'm just going to accept his offer. At the end of the last video, I saw it, you all saw it. Mason said he will shave his head bald if he loses. He trusts his guys so much. And if I lose, I can't get a haircut until the draft. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to see Mason bald. I am winning this matchup. I have no fear of losing this matchup. So why does it matter if Mason has to stay bald for 9 months or not? I just wanted it for a laugh for myself, but let's do it. Shaking on it right now. Here we go. Y'all saw Mason's offer at the end of last video, and I am accepting that offer. Now, I wanted to address something that I saw a bunch of commenters saying like, oh, Sal can't get a haircut for a month on his side of the deal. That's so easy. That's what normal people do. He's saving money if he does that. I don't get a haircut for 3 to 4 months. Ha 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 ha. Shame on you. Shame on you for not caring about the way that you look. Shame on you for not showing up for your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever it might be. Shame on you, because here's the deal. You're going to work the rest of your life. Odds are at a job that you absolutely hate, and you're going to grow old. You're going to grow old, you're going to slip, you're going to break your hip, end up in a nursing home, and then on your final day of life, your grandkids will visit you. They'll be on their iPads, not caring at all about you. Your kids will be hoping that you croak soon so they could finally travel and go on that trip that they've been wanting to, and you're going to be sitting there left with regrets. All you have is regrets, a full bank account that they're going to inherit and blow on trips and clothing and haircuts that you didn't get. And you're going to be sitting there with the regrets going, man, I have all this money. I had all that time when I was younger. I could have looked better. I could have felt better by looking better. That guy, Sal Vetri, was making all those videos. I thought he was joking. Oh my God, he actually predicted the future. I'm here with a broken hip, dying, feeling terrible about my old self. Well, shame on you. Why not use the money while you have it right now and actually feel good and look good? So shame on you for only showing up for your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, your boyfriend, your husband 3 to 4 times a year with a haircut. 3 or 4 days a year you feel good about yourself, crispy coming out. Shame on you. Disgusting, really.
Okay, Sal has already rejected the offer. Then he waits for us to get bad news with Josh Jacobs. Then he gets bad news with Jalen Warren playing, so Kenneth Gainwell's a bomb. And now he thinks he can come back around and go to that initial deal. No, Sal. Based on the conversations I've had with the fiance, do you want to chime in and say what you said?
He can't shave his head. I'm sorry. I don't care about your bet at all. You've never seen Mason with a shaved head, and you never will.
I still believe in my guys. But whenever Sal initially rejected the bet, I told them, hey, let's change our focus. You know what? Avery, our true enemy in this league, toyed with us all week in my DMs, acting as if he is going to take my trade. Going like, oh, you're still going to throw in the Packers defense, right? Yes, I will. And then ghosting me. We've already moved on to week 13. Sal, I wish you would have accepted our bet before you rejected it. But nonetheless, maybe this bet can be on the table for the fantasy playoffs. I'm saying this right now in front of the fiance. If Sal and I play in the fantasy playoffs, where Josh Jacobs is playing, Jalen Waddle's not on bye, Josh Allen, Nico Collins, and my kicker didn't combine for 10 points, I will take the bet, Sal. Same terms, same bet, and I'll get my guys ready, and we will watch you grow out those long, beautiful locks until September.
Yeah. I don't want to do bald in California. No, I just seem so shallow.
You're literally crying on the off chance.
If I was gonna shave my head bald, you would literally leave me.
That's
It's
different.
not
I would
fair.
ask you to wear a wig.
No, you. Well, fine. You have to wear a wig too.
Okay, I will.
You have to.
Okay, well, we'll see if he accepts the bet for the playoffs. He won't, I'm telling you right now. If it's a real bet during the playoffs, he won't accept.
Well, we have finally heard from Mason, and he is declining the deal, a deal that he presented. Now, Mason's going to try and use excuses. He already did, like Josh Jacobs and Jalen Warren. But let's provide the facts. Mason made that offer for this bet He made it after Thursday Night Football, around 11 p.m. midnight on Thursday. At that point, Josh Jacobs had gone from week to week to day to day. If anything, he's trending to play. That hurts me. Jaylen Warren had already practiced Thursday afternoon. Mason knew that and knew that Kenneth Gainwell probably wasn't going to be starting when he made that offer. Nothing had changed in terms of news or player availability from the time he made that offer to right now. So these are just excuses. What really happened was Mason thought he can call my bluff, putting out the 9 months to a haircut, and that is scary, but I didn't care. I accepted the offer. I do not think I'm going to lose, and Mason retracted his offer, which basically to me means he lost this bet.
Nothing has changed, Sal, other than Jaylen Warren being completely removed from the injury report, other than Brian Thomas Jr. being ruled out. All of a sudden, your flex play, Jacoby Myers, doesn't look horrible. Brother, you waited 3 days. Let a bunch of bad things happen to my team, a couple good things happen to your team, and then try to go from rejecting the bet to accepting. I'm here for the playoffs for you, buddy. I'm here for the playoffs.
The seasons are changing up here in the Great White North, and I am sick as a dog. Sick of my players getting injured all the time. Jackson Dart, not gonna go. Thought he was gonna make it through the protocol. His head's still hurting a little bit, still ringing in the ears. So we're pivoting to Jacoby Brissett. Who would have thought I'd be saying that in 2025? Not me. It's an uphill battle for the fan wagon to clinch a playoff spot here in week 12. But it was an uphill battle to get to this point when we were 3-4 just 4 weeks ago. It was an uphill battle to win this spot in the Flock League. It was an uphill battle to win the draft order contest and to get to select our draft slot first. And it's an uphill battle to win the whole damn thing, but it starts this week.
It is 108. 108. 8 minutes in, and Wandale has a 40-yard touchdown. 108. It's all it took. It took 8 minutes for me to just realize how this game's going to go. Frick. Oh, I'm going to be 0-2 against Nathan. I should be banished. I should be banished from the league. What an embarrassment.
Look at that. DJ Moore, garbage all year, gets back to my team where he was at the end of last year. And even though my team was terrible last year, he actually was pretty good for me once I traded for him. And look at that. He scores a touchdown. You love to see it, man. DJ Moore, welcome back to the team. You've been a great addition and a great fill-in for Marvin Harrison this week.
This little man has 20 points in the first. How did my flock season just get ended by Wandale Robinson? Oh, this is a cruel, cruel world. This is cruel.
Honestly, I'm thinking I messed up. I'm thinking I may win. Oh, Kenneth Gainwell, look at this. Look at this. Who is that right there? Oh. Run. We're going into halftime of these 1 p.m. games, and all of a sudden it looks like it doesn't matter if Josh Jacobs is hurt. It doesn't matter if Josh Allen doesn't show up. It doesn't matter if Nico Collins doesn't show up. It doesn't matter if Sal's won 10 games straight. I clearly am the best team in this league, and we are about to take that number 1 seed. Another Emmanuel Wilson touchdown? Check, please. Thank you, Sal, for trading away DJ Moore to Bush. To think, you could have had DJ Moore in your lineup with now 2 touchdowns on the day. But instead, you're starting a bum like Jonathan Taylor. Will you ever learn? I'm beginning to get concerned. I think I beat Danny so bad that he may have quit the league. Usually, Danny averages about 800 messages sent in the chat per week, about 15 clips per week. I've not seen a single Danny Lad message, and I haven't seen his beautiful face once this week.
Mason, like genuinely, what do you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about the fact that DJ Moore's dicking me down for over 25 points and I have 2 other Bears in my lineup? You want me to talk about the fact that Jordan Addison has had a goose egg in like 95% of the last 2 games? You want me to talk about the fact that my team's underperforming yet again? I haven't won a game in 6 weeks. What do you want me to say, dude? I'm gonna go to 4-8. Nobody cares what goes on in the rest of my season. It's over. I'm not part of the plot. What do you want me to submit to? At this point, all my clips would just be me raging. Like seriously, is that what the people want? If that's what the people want, I can give that to them. Otherwise, it's It's unproductive. I have nothing else to talk about. And I'm just so sick and tired of watching these guys fucking underperform. I'm so sick and tired of watching Justin Jefferson put up 4 for 48. I'm so sick and tired of watching Jordan Addison put up a fucking goose egg in my lineup. The audacity to not even score a single point. What are we talking about? Rome Odunze, figured it out, man. First 4 weeks, you look like you were going to be a wide receiver 1. What the are you now? Like, the only guy I'm watching in this early window that's giving me any joy is watching Colson Loveland beat a DB for a goal line touchdown. That is how my Sunday's going. Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to talk about? I apologize. The lore is something that I'm not keeping up with because I'm trying to make it through Sundays.
How the hell was that not a safety? Are you kidding me? He was in the end zone. Give me my points. That's 2 safeties on McCarthy that it didn't. How could you possibly say this is not a safety? This is the second time that they pulled this. Look at this. Look. Oh, of course they're going to cut it. Second time he got tackled in the end zone, they didn't call it safety. Instead, I just get points for a sack. I'm owed 4 points. I swear to God, if I lose by less than that, can't even tell you what I'm going to do. No penalty. What's the penalty? This is his second touchdown. Called back.
It's coming back.
What the hell?
And not only do I regret trading Puka Nacua to Nathan because, quite frankly, my team is just complete and utter dog shit since I got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, but also with the fact that when I did that, I had already spent money on a Puka jersey, which came in, and then I proceeded to buy a Justin Jefferson jersey. I have a jersey of the player who can't even score 20 points in my lineup.
Sal is the luckiest man alive. We've held Jonathan Taylor and Tyron Tracy to like 12 points total. And now both these games are going to overtime. And you know Jonathan Taylor's going to come out here, 70-yard touchdown. My team, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all played some damn good defense so far this Sunday. Did about all I could ask from you. And if we can stop Jonathan Taylor here, and actually now he has the ball. Ooh! Stopped on 3rd and 1. We still up.
So Jahmyr Gibbs and JSN combined for 90 points. And we're going to have to wait a week to clinch the playoffs. Not much we can do there.
All right, midday update for me and Danny here. Good news is this. In the 1 p.m. window, I had 4 players playing. Danny had 5 players playing, and I came out on top in overall points. Great news there. Bad news, Quinshon Judkins already scored a touchdown in the late window. And I don't know what to do with Lamar Jackson, but for those of you guys in the comments that also have Lamar Jackson, I'm going to be hosting a retreat. There's going to be refreshments, and we're going to just all get together. We're going to gather around, and we're going to talk about what are we going to do with this guy, because 7 points against the Jets is despicable. Absolutely despicable. Shout out to DJ Moore for absolutely carrying my team today. 2 touchdowns. Welcome back to the squad. Holy cow, man. Like, what the heck do we do with Lamar Jackson at this point? I got to keep throwing him out there because he's like the best fantasy quarterback who's ever lived. But what the heck is that? 7 points against the Jets? Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm about to miss the next 45 minutes of action, but they could be the most important minutes of my entire life. Right now, it is a 50-50 coin flip of who is going to win. And honestly, I am really kicking myself for letting my fiance talk me out of the bet. I've already texted her this, but if I win this week, and if I would have taken the bet and Sal would have had to grow out his hair until next year's draft, it would have been a top 2 moment, or it would be the second best moment of my entire life. Number 1, getting my beautiful little angel dog. Number 2, beating Sal, humiliating him in front of the world for the second time. And number 3, proposing to my beautiful fiance. It's not done yet, but the fact that we've been able to claw our way back despite the obstacles we've had to overcome with 2 Kenneth Gainwell called back touchdowns, with 2 safeties that should have been out there for the Packers DST, and for whatever reason, they didn't want to give them to us. I'm just happy to be in it.
So now Alvin Kamara's in the medical tent. Judkins has a 2nd touchdown. Not what we want.
Halftime of the 4 o'clock games, I'm heading home to watch the rest of them, leaving my future brother-in-law's house watching all football today. Thank goodness George Pickens just scored a touchdown before half, because, man, Mason's team, despite a bad Thursday night, despite not having Josh Jacobs and Jalen Waddle, he's had his team popping off. They came ready to play. Almost every single one of his players is producing. He should score around 135 to 145 points. Now, on average, my team is scoring 160 points this year, so that should be no problem. But Mason does have some black magic. Jonathan Taylor's worst game of the year, 8 points. The only other time that I did not score 140 points this year was week 1 against Mason. He's got black magic. It's going to probably come down to Monday night. I have Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. So if I'm within 40 to 50 points, I still feel confident. Thank God he didn't accept that bet, because until the final whistle had blown, I would have been sweating, nervous, the worst stress of my life. All of these hairs, you can see the salt and pepper that I have coming through. It's genetics or something. I don't know. It looks kind of cool. The entire hair would have been gray by midnight Monday night. We'll see what happens in the second half of these 4 o'clock games. Pickens having a good game. McBride having a good game. Let's see if they can close out strong. And hopefully I'm only down like 30 going into Monday night. Oh, man, we might be back already. Third quarter, Jacoby Myers, 20 yards, a touchdown so far. He's got 10 fantasy points in the quarter after having no points in the first half. We have now taken the percentage victory chance to over 60% to beat Mason, and we're fading a big second half from Saquon, which he can have. So things are trending in the right direction. We need solid second halves from the rest of my guys, and fading Saquon, big performance.
Well, George Pickens just put me in my grave, and all I gotta say is thank God I'm still gonna have hair tomorrow. What do you think? You gonna say thank God we're still gonna have hair? Yeah, that would have been bad, wouldn't it have been?
Dak Prescott just ran in a touchdown, and I thought we were gonna have a nice easy win, and not only could I lose, but at the very least I will have a Monday night sweat by the looks of it. Unless Ibuka fries for me tonight, this is just absolute bullshit, man. Danny's team is not good. It's not performing well. My team, Kamara gets injured in my lineup. Lamar Jackson has 7 points. The f, man. So heading in to Sunday Night Football, I'm down 8 points. I have Ibuka and the 49ers defense, Danny with the Buccaneers defense and Chase McLaughlin. Now, I'm so sick of Monday Night Football that I'm gonna need number 2 to just end the night. I need Ibuka just drop a 25 burger and make me not have to worry about Monday Night Football tomorrow. Please, I do not wanna have to watch Monday night and sweat another game out.
For all the marbles, our season is on the line against the Bug. And the Bug has Puka, and Puka has 8 points in the first drive. Oh, yeah. It's great. I love the sweats. The Sunday night sweat, the Monday night sweat, any of the sweats. And so let's see if Rashad White, our flock season rests on Rashad White's shoulders and not allowing Puka Nacua and Baker Mayfield to score more than like 40 points. Our hope is fleeting, but we have hope. And so this is our final stand for our flock back-to-back hopes. Rashad White, my life is in your hands right now, buddy. I literally record that clip and say, Rashad White, my season's in your hands. And he's not on the field. Maybe he is now. He's coming on the field. 2 straight carries for Sean. Look, I mean, Rashad White's not even the running back in this offense anymore. I am cooked.
Gotta record a clip before my voice is gone entirely. But you know what cures all illnesses? It's watching Puka Nacua play football. Now, if you ask me what the score of my fantasy matchup is, I would ask you, what fantasy matchup? What are you talking about? I do not know of what you speak. I only watch Puka play football. And I have fun watching Puka play football. Fantasy football, whatever that is, contributes nothing to the joy in my life whatsoever. But Puka, yes.
Is Nathan sick, or did his balls just drop?
Well, Teddy Bridgewater is in the game, so I need Puka to have less than 18 points, and I can sneak out of here with a win and end the losing streak. And huge congrats to Nathan on the puberty. Puberty is a weird time for teenage boys, and so if you have any questions about anything, please don't ask me. I'm not explaining it to you.
Avery, I do have one question from boy to man. I have these like feelings inside me that I don't know what to do with. I can't really explain them. I thought you would know. I just don't I don't understand why I only get these feelings every time I see Puka Nacua catch the ball on the football field.
Oh boy, I am thankful for George Pickens, another 30 fantasy point day. In my opinion, and I mean just based on numbers, the best Cowboys wide receiver this year. Trey McBride just continues to put up fantasy points week in and week out, 9 more catches this past week. So I am down to Mason right now, but only by 15. I currently have Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy. Now Mason, of course, he is the black magic magician. He is just, he has this witchcraft to him. So assuming both of those players don't get hurt tonight, AKA the entire 49ers offense with Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey, I should be good. Assuming the 49ers offense just scores 1 touchdown tonight, it could be Brock Purdy passing or rushing, McCaffrey receiving or rushing, I don't care. I should be good tonight with all the other yards in there. So I have like a 90% chance or so to beat Mason. It was never in doubt. My team is projected to score 160. So once this is complete, we will have beaten every team in the league. It is very rare, if ever, somebody can say in their fantasy league, I beat every single team in my league in the regular season. So we're trending right now for 11 straight wins. We're trying to get our lick back against Mason. And if we can close it out tonight, if Brock Purdy throws a touchdown to McCaffrey at any point, that basically seals the deal right there. If we do that, we lock up the number 1 seed. And for weeks 13, 14, and 15, these next 3 weeks, sadly, Sundays are my favorite day. My juices get flowing, no matter the matchup. Sadly, these next 3 weeks, I'm gonna have to take a vacation. There's not much to play for. Or is there? Because with the victory against Mason tonight, once we lock that up, I will be 1 game behind Mason for the Flock League, the Vane, the Ego League, if you say the Ego standings, the rankings for the past 2 years, and that'll be my next goal, to become the number 1 team over these 2 years. We've already done it in points scored by a wide amount the 2 years and this year. Let's now do it in record, so clean it up tonight against Mason, and then go towards the best record in the league of all time. Now, I got to sleep on like the whole Mason not accepting the bet. He has still officially lost that bet. You put a bet out, you retract the bet. That's a loss, so Mason is now no longer undefeated in bets. He obviously would have lost the bet if he did accept it either way, so it's a loss for Mason. But there was like that 20 to 30 minute window where all his players were scoring touchdowns, none of mine were. Mason was actually favored to win at one point. I don't know, maybe like 55% chance to win. And I was stressing during that time and the bet wasn't even made. If the bet was made, I would have been losing my absolute mind. And I can't even imagine, that was just 20 to 30 minutes. I can't even imagine 2 hours of that. A whole day of that, multiple days of that is what Mason would have been experiencing. So, you know, maybe it's a good thing he didn't go out there and do this. He would have been single. His fiance would have left him for being bald. And then he would have just had the worst crippling anxiety and stress. And maybe who knows from there. So maybe it's a good thing he didn't accept it. But you're damn right, in the postseason, the bet's still on.
So, horrendous week overall. I mean, Lamar has 7 points. Bijan has a down game by his standards. Egbuka, I don't know what the hell the Bucks did on Sunday Night Football, but calling it football would be a stretch. I still have a chance to win somehow. I would be losing to everybody else in this league except for Danny, I think, this week. I need 3 or more points from the San Francisco 49ers defense. And instead of doing the thing where I go, oh my God, a Monday Night Football sweat, I'm so scared, please reverse jinx my way into winning this. No, we're going in with confidence. We got this. Even though San Francisco's had a couple of down games defensively this year, they've had 2 or less points, I think in like 4 or 5 games this season. It's Carolina Panthers, okay? Carolina, take care of business. All I need, don't allow 30 plus. Have a couple of sacks, maybe a forced fumble or an interception or something. That's it. That's all I need to win this week and stay alive, keep my playoff hopes alive, and get up to a 6-6 record. Everybody knows that if you go in expecting to be hurt, you probably will get hurt. And I'm sure Sal and Zach, who watch dating shows like The Golden Bachelor, like me, know that the person who goes in and goes, I'm always getting hurt, it always happens to me, they end up getting hurt. So I'm not gonna go in with that attitude. I'm gonna go in with the attitude that we take care of business when we got a Monday Night Sweat. I have Monday Night Sweat wins under my belt. So let's roll. We need this win. We gotta stay alive because I believe Avery won, Thomas won, and the Devs won, and they are all ahead of us in points for. So we gotta keep winning games to make the playoffs.
All right, so I'm fully planning to just go right to sleep tonight by halftime. 15 points for McCaffrey and Purdy. We don't need no funny business, no lowest scoring half of the 49ers all season bullshit or something like that. Let's get a touchdown in the first drive. Let's get these 15 points by the second quarter and let me go to bed.
Honestly, it's hilarious to me that Mr. Sal Vetri thinks that the matchup's over. I mean, he's looking past week 12 and he's looking towards trying to take my record for the most wins in this league's history. Oh, buddy, oh, pal, where have you been the past 2 years? Have you not noticed? I have you exactly where I want you. Okay, like, do I have to do a history lesson for this league? Do we have to go back to week 1 last year, where we were going into a Monday night game where I was up by, what, 13 points. And oh, my opponent, he just had Christian McCaffrey left. And what happened? Oh, 90 minutes before the game started, McCaffrey was inactive. Oh, a little Achilles flare-up came out of nowhere. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen in this game, but do we not think it's possible it happens on the first drive? On the second drive? Do we think Brock Purdy's safe? Buddy, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Well, heading into Monday Night Football, it's another sweat for your boy. We are only down 57 points, and we have Tetairoa McMillan. So anything is possible. Let's see how this one plays out.
So after Jahmyr Gibbs and JSN, specifically Jahmyr Gibbs with 55 points, kicked us directly in the nutsack on Sunday, our matchup is completely over. It doesn't matter what Kittle and Pearsall do tonight. We will fall to the Devs, and we will end up at 7-5 heading into week 13. But there is some hope in this Monday night game. If Danny Ladd can hang on and take down Bush, I would be 2 games up on Bush and likely have the points tiebreaker over him, probably locking us into a playoff spot. So I am Team Danny tonight. We are Team Panthers, rooting for the Panthers to put up a huge score, the Niners defense to get less than 3 points, and for the fan wagon to clinch the playoffs in its first season in the Flock League.
Oh, buddy, we got to pick. 49ers defense interception, baby. Okay, 3 points is all I need. An interception's automatic too. So as long as they don't allow a lot of points, all I need is a couple of sacks and we're good. Absolutely needed that interception. They were about to score. Shout out to the 49ers defense. I don't want to jinx things, but I should be moving to a 6-6 record here and still on the hunt for the playoffs.
Well, in the end, it ended up being a very tight affair. We barely lose by about 45 points. Congratulations to Badake. He now moves to 5-7, and I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully one of us gets into the playoff. I know it's not me at this point.
All right, I take out the W this week against Zach, so shout out and GG's to him. Look, my chances of making the playoffs are technically still alive. Now, I'm a game behind. I'm most likely going to be moving up to the 8th seed this week. So look, a lot of ands if or buts. I'm going to need some help, but right now, the fact that I'm in this conversation, that I have the ability to record this clip for all of the people that have been supporting me starting off 0-6, it's absolutely crazy. So I'm doing this for y'all. Keep in mind, I am doing this for you. I'm trying to live out this Cinderella story, and I believe.
As predicted, week 12 of the Flock League gave us a lot of clarity on the playoff race. Let's go matchup by matchup, and we'll start with the matchup at the top, Sal versus Mason. And of course, Sal's able to take down Mason. Mason's witchcraft did not work this week, and Sal moves to 11-1, essentially guaranteeing him a first-round bye in the playoffs. Again, this is Sal's league to lose at this point. Unless something drastic happens with his team, he is going to be the overwhelming betting favorite to win the Flock League in 2025. And then you've got Mason still in second place at 9-3. Again, who knows? Maybe the witchcraft will work this next week. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. I'm going to try to counter it, but he does move to 9-3. I will say he's not necessarily locked up a bye yet. You do still have, after this week, Sammy and Thomas still technically in contention for that bye. My matchup with Nathan. Nathan, I beat him so bad that he fell into a deep illness, hit puberty, and now is not doing any videos this week. And so Nathan is down fairly bad at this point, but Nate's team looks like it's probably not going to be the one that like totally loses out in the toilet bowl. I think he's far from the worst team this year. And I keep my playoff hopes alive in the sense that now, if I continue to win and I win the next 2 games, I will be in the playoff with my points tiebreaker. I actually ended up scoring 140 points this week. And so I stayed alive in the playoff race. I'm really fighting for that 6th spot. I go to 6th in the standings this week, which is where I was last week. Big win for me, puts Nathan pretty much out of playoff contention at this point, so unfortunate for him. The Down Under Bowl was secured by Badake this week, and Badake, look, he pretty much took it to Zach. Zach's team is looking very, very bad at this point, and Badake's team continues a pretty strong run here, 145 points this week for Badake. I think he's definitely in the conversation as a sleeper pick for the Flock League playoffs if he's able to make it in. The FSC Bowl, aka the Maple Syrup Bowl, aka the Osuri Bowl, aka the Suck Bowl, because they combined for 207 points in this matchup. There just wasn't a lot here from a substance standpoint. Danny's team is crap, man. It's so bad. And everybody complained when Nathan traded him Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. And Then they're not doing anything for Danny. And the fact of the matter is always going to be the case with JJ McCarthy coming back. But not to mention, he drafted CeeDee Lamb 2nd overall, and CeeDee Lamb's not even the wide receiver 1 on his team right now. So it's a little rough. Corey survives a, terrible showing from his team just because Danny scored 100 points. 107 for Corey, and he stays alive. The problem for Corey, who is, again, 6-6 with myself and the dev team, is he has dramatically less points now than the dev team and me, so he's going to lose any tiebreaker. So Corey, at this point, even though he stays alive, it's looking less likely that he is going to make the playoffs because of the point situation in this league. He scored 87 and 107 points in the last 2 weeks, which is not great for him. We got the Editor Bowl between Nick and Thomas, and Thomas takes down Nick, and Thomas needed this win. Thomas continues to sit in the bottom third of the league in points for, and now moves to 7-5, putting him at 4th in this league, right behind Sammy and right above the dev team. But it does not secure him a playoff spot. In fact, if you're looking at the standings here, the fan, Thomas, the dev team, myself, Corey, and Badake all could get the last 4 playoff spots still technically in this league. Nick is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs at this point, so very sorry, Nick. I know you're editing this. I'm sure you're going to add a bunch of notes and censor what I say, but... And then the dev team, the same thing. From a bubble standpoint, it would have been better that Sammy Stacks had won this matchup against the dev team, but now the bubble's going to become more crowded because the dev team and Sammy are just 1 game apart. You have Sammy going to 7-5, putting up only 98 points on the week. No Devon Achane this week. And the dev team, man, I think this is the 3rd highest regular season week, maybe the 2nd highest regular season week ever in the Flock League. The devs are good. Trust me, the devs could easily win this league. I think they are a huge threat. In terms of the standings, let's go top to bottom. Again, you've got Sal at the top, who clinches a 1st round bye. Mason, who still technically could not get that 1st round bye. Now, the fan and Thomas are not out of the woods yet. When you're looking at fan, Thomas, Devs, Avery, Corey, and Badake, all of these teams are within 2 games of each other with 2 games left to play. Any of these teams, so we have 6 teams here. 4 of them are going to make the playoffs, okay? And so here we essentially have mathematically eliminated Nick, of course, but then Danny, Zach, and Nathan. They're not making the playoffs. It would be virtually impossible. So Badake's on the outskirts. Corey is trending down, and really what you have here in the middle is after the fan at 7-5 and Thomas at 7-5, you have 3 6-6 teams: the Devs, Avery, and Corey. I think the last 2 playoff teams will come from 2 of those 3 people. It looks like the Devs are going to be a lock. I think it's going to end up being Corey versus myself for the last playoff spot here. Badake at 5-7, Nathan, Zach, and Danny all at 4-8, headed to the toilet bowl for this year, it looks like. And of course, Nick at the bottom of the league, but number 1 in our hearts, of course, right, Nick? But next week's going to reveal a lot more, and it's rivalry week again. I'm going to have to play Mason and a lot of big matchups around the league. Start of Thanksgiving week, the best week of the year. We're very thankful for all of you guys. We appreciate you watching this channel. We're going to have another big week of matchups for you next week.